Welcome everybody to Skirmish, the first episode of These Are the Voyages, and the first episode in Cryptic's new weekly series. It's our good friend Captain Drake who's our contact for this one, and for once it's not going to involve a holodeck, any ethical dilemmas, or even mass murder. Pretty tame by his standards. We're off to the Donatu system. In the Donatu sector, Starfleet cartography was so imaginative, and the Cardassians got a little bit lost, it seems. Fair enough. I mean, they just had to traipse across sector space, Beta Ursae. How did they get over to Donatu anyway? That meant crossing about 3 Federation sectors. Anyway, where the hell is Donatu? Oh yes, it's there. I haven't been here in ages. Not since I was commanding, what was it? Oh yes, a science vessel, a Nova class. Right, Slipstream Drive, can't be bothered hanging about. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. I'm actually a little puzzled by the fact that Section 31 is doing this. A Cardassian fleet turning up miles over its border. Really, that's legitimate Starfleet intelligence work. Why 31 have gotten their hands dirty? Who knows? I dare say we'll wind up shredding the rulebook in future weeks, but we'll see what happens. Oh, yeah. Well, you can see the clock. This was 2 minutes after the episode went live. Yeah. Well, the server didn't melt. I'll give Cryptic that. Those of you who play World of Warcraft may remember a little thing called Trollfest a few weeks back. Let's just say that one chap managed to melt an entire server. Anyway, kicking into the beginning of Skirmish itself. So, the Klingons and the Cardassians are duking it out. And we've actually got a fleet backing us up. Dear God, how many ships are there? Whew. Cryptic have certainly got a better sense of scale, so we'll pitch in. And Typhoons have a tracked beam. In a second, we are going to sit engaged. There we go. So that bird of prey is now sitting duck. Shields are gone. Fire the torpedoes into the hull, and boom. Second bird of prey. Broadside rake to drop the shields as we pass. Maneuver for a torpedo shot again. High yield still trying, so just a normal shot there. Boom. Birds of prey, love them, they're squishy. Now, where's the Axon? No sign of it yet, so I'll just beat on this Galor instead. Must have blown its feedback pulse early into the battle. Not a smart thing to do, but AIs aren't smart. And yes, I am promptly going to eat my words for that remark. At this point, I wasn't seeing anything special. This was pretty standard space fare. Another bird of prey opportunity targeting. Ye gods, the Klingons fall over really fast here. I don't know whether it's just the positioning because of the initial engagement, but the Klingon fleet fell over first and we were left facing the true way. Again, you see me taking the opportunity shot, which I really shouldn't have done there. Dear God, where did that hit come from? Our shields are completely fucked. So, call in the fleet emergency measures. RSP's up to regen shields. Where the hell is hazard emitters? There we go. Oh, bloody hell. And you can see that I've now got the Axon, 3 Jem'Hadar ships, and God knows what else. Yes, the Galor as well is wailing on me. Word of advice here, hit the Cardassians first. The Klingons fall over much faster, and the Axon is tough. It is far tougher than a normal Keldon, or at least it felt like it. Down an 8% hull, photonic fleet's up, fleet support's up, and vaguely hoping at this point that I'll be able to buy myself enough time. So why the hell I turned to engage again, I do not know. I should have just kept going at this point, extended out to 20 clicks, regen the hull and turned round, but I didn't. And that was a real mistake. Anyway, knock on the final Jem'Hadar ship. Boom, go for the Axon. Hull's coming back up very slowly. You'll notice that this particular bridge officer setup has got 2 extend shields in it. Yeah, yeah, I'm soloing and I've got an ability here that can only be used on allies, of which I have none except the NPCs. who it says are not disgracing themselves. Ye gods, it's pulled out its pocket fleet. There goes the port shield. Try to turn away to protect it. Science team to get it back up. Loot that on the fly. Boom! Dear God. Yeah. Yeah, that's embarrassing. That's the first time that's happened in a long while. Last time I think I got wrecked in space combat, and it wasn't PvE. It was, oh God, what was it? 2 Borg cubes, I think. Karat system. Anyway, pile back in at full health, and we'll just make a quick end of this. So yeah, the Axon falls over fairly rapidly and it disables at 25%. Fortunately, your own side have the sense to stop shooting it, and it locks the hull to 100%, so you can't accidentally blow it away and kill the mission. Wait for the red alert to wear off. There we go. And yeah, board the Axon. Onto the transporter pads. So yeah, I apparently suck at space combat, and that should really have been a warning that this mission isn't as easy as it looks. There are some bugs, it has to be said, and they're not game-breaking, but yeah, they're there. So, this is fairly standard deserted cargo bay, and oh my god, we wrecked the decor in here, didn't we? So, Cardassians. Haven't fought these guys in ages. Load of photon grenades, as I remember. Pull out the tribble. Yes. Yes, that is a Breen officer. No, I did not sell it for several million creds. I actually used it instead. Waste of time now, I think about it. Should have gone for the money. And it's Cardassians. This is pretty standard stuff, so I'm actually going to accelerate the time at this point. And as you'll notice, it's basically exactly what you'd expect and remember if you didn't completely sleep through the missions in Beta, say, and whichever the other sector was, the one south of Deep Space Nine. So, expose, exploit, burn, shoot, kill, maim, destroy, and our first bug is coming up because one of our glins has a sudden attack of common sense and legs it down the corridor. I have no idea why he did this, but whatever the reason, he goes and gets his mates and then hides in the corner. Yeah, there are actually 2 packs in this room. Sheer clumsiness means we will actually end up pulling both of them in this fight, but we'll polish off this runner first because he's now legging it the other way. I think that's a bug. Okay, this interrogator, this guy was a pain in the neck. We have got photon grenades going off all over the place. We have got plasma fires going off all over the place. There's a lot of explosive death flying about. We're doing this right next to their warp core, assuming that's what the big purple glowy thing in the middle is. I mean, I have no idea how we didn't blow ourselves up, but yeah. And yeah, I think I'm going to be dumping the Breen CRM 200 for future away missions. It's nice enough, but the charge time on the special attack is so painfully long. Even the AI manages to break line of sight completely by accident. It's also worth noting that I don't know what it is about this room, but NPCs, be they your bridge officers or enemies, have this distinct tendency. Oh yes, don't stand in the fire, you gods. 5 years of raiding in World of Warcraft. You think I'd know better than that by now? Don't stand in the fire. Don't care if it's green, purple, or bright pink with polka dots. Anyway, something about this room has the NPCs hooking up in the corners. And courtesy of YouTube's 10-minute time limit, this is where we will end part 1. Part 2 will follow shortly.